Hi my YouTube family, this is Melody from Home, Garden and Fashion. Today I'll show you how to make this beautiful wall decor. This wall decor is made from something you throw away in your recycle bin, and then it has some beads and some sequins and some mirror and some felt and some glitter glue, and you can put anything laying around in your home and make this gorgeous looking wall decor. So let's get started with it. The supplies you need for this is you need this kind of box. You can use any kind of box. I'm using the box for spices. You can use soap box, any kind of empty boxes, the one you throw away for your recycle bin. So that's one thing you need. And then you need some felt, any kind of felt, any color. I'm using black because with the black it's decoration looks very good. And you need any kind of fabric to go in the back of it. And then you need a bangle to hang it in the wall. You need needle and thread, and you need beads. These beads are glass beads. They're 6 O's glass beads. And you need sequins. These sequins, you can get all of these from any craft store. These are 8 mm. And you need any kind of this party necklace. 1-inch glass mirror. And I'm using this tip to push down the sequins. So let's get started with it. So first you need your box from any soap box or cereal box, anything tiny little. Now you take your box and you lay it down and you put your felt like this. Wrap it around. After you wrap it around, go like this. Make it little bit tight, not too tight though. Make sure it's in the middle. If it's not in the middle, it will not work. So you have to make sure it's in the middle. And then put it inside, tuck it inside. Other side you do the same thing, tuck it inside. Now like this, you make 3 of these. 3 of these. Now after that, you use needle and thread. You can use hot glue to glue the felt to this thing, to the box little bit, otherwise it might come out. But I like stitching, so I just stitch. It won't be hard to stitch because you see this box is very soft. The spice boxes are very soft, so you make little stitches inside. You have to get the similar color thread as is your fabric or felt. You can put fabric too if you have any nice fabrics, satin fabric or anything. The reason I put the felt because it's easy to decorate in it. It looks good. So you go around and give 1 round of stitch. And you can do at the bottom, same thing. Now when you're doing this, you have to be careful not to bend the box too much or it will go out of shape. So as like this, you go all around. Now after this, there comes the decoration part. Let's put this way. For the decoration part, you get yourself a nice tray, and that way it's easy. You have all your supplies next to you. Okay, now what we do is we lay down all our mirrors. Now make sure you put sufficient amount, because these mirrors are big, and if you don't have enough, this is 3-dimensional fabric paint, glitter glue. This will glue really good. Now I use this empty container to push it down. Now you do the same. Now push it down. If little bit comes out on the side, it's okay, because it looks pretty with it. Don't worry about it. Enough. Now you put it just in the center and push it down. Okay, once this is done, now you go around it. 2, 3. Make sure you put the sequences real close next to each other. That way they look good. I don't know, something about the sequences, when they are close to each other, they look prettier. Now you can choose to put the sequences either upside down or downside up. Either way it will look pretty. I sometimes put them upside down, sometimes downside up, especially if I'm stitching them in my dresses, then I put them upside down. Now you have to get little bit of this glitter glue in order to pick the sequence and bring it back to the fabric. So use little bit of glue once in a while to get the sequences, otherwise sequences will not come back to the fabric. So you take a little bit of glue, go back, pick a sequence, bring it back to the fabric. Take a little bit of glue, go back, pick a sequence, come back to the fabric. Now you may choose to do 2 more round circles if the box is bigger, but this box is tiny, not so big, so 1 circle would be enough. Now in my demonstration I have only 1 circle because the box is little. Now as you see, the sides have some decoration with beads. We'll do that now. So in order to do the sides, you go like this and you make a design of your preference. I'm just putting this kind of design like this. I have some kind of circle inside. This is something I didn't measure or anything. It's just, you just eyeball it. You put any kind of design. Now main thing for this you have to remember is you do not want to squeeze your box or it will go out of the shape. And another thing, once this is done, lay it flat for 4 hours. 4 hours this will be dry, and after that it will be permanent. And if you make 2 of these, put in both the sides, and in the middle, go back to my last video which I posted about making a beautiful wall decoration. It was circle with plate. Go back to that one, and you put a plate in the middle, and then you put both the sides, one like this each side, and you can color the plate black. I did blue, and if you do the plate black, it will really look gorgeous. Bigger the plate you have, more mirrors you have, it will really look nice. Or you can do 2 of these in the side, the wall, and in the middle a huge mirror, and around that mirror, like my other video tutorial on the mirror work, you put around that mirror about 4 or 5 on each side, and you will see how beautiful it looks. Now on this you use your beads. Take beads in your hand and use your beads. So you get some beads in your hand, and you get some glue, the glitter glue, and bring it back to the fabric. Now it's a little bit difficult if you don't have enough glue, and it's picking up the bead, it's a little bit difficult. But I have done so much bead work and sequence work with this fabric glitter glue, and they really look lovely. Actually, I have created Jardosi sari using this glitter glue and the fabric paint, which will be coming up in my other videos. I have created beautiful design on the salwar kurta and the dupatta. If this thing doesn't get up, you have to pick it up sometimes by hand. Sometimes they're really hard to pick it up, so you put it in a tray because you're bringing glue back and forth. If you do it on any surface and you drop this glue, that's permanent. You have glitter paint there for permanent. Now as like this you go on, continue with this until you do all the sides, and like this you make 3 of this, and then I'll show you what to do with this one. So as you see, this is already looking pretty. Now this, once it dries, the hardest part is this bead thing, which is not really hard, it's very fun, but you have to get little bit glue in your this tip. That's why I use this. And then this was totally my invention. Once I wanted to decorate a sari with this, and I started that, and I got so hooked on to it that I ended up decorating several saris. And then I started with the cardigan, and I started with dupatta, started with salwar kurta, and I found amazing results. I couldn't believe it. I could wash them in washer, dry them in dryer, and they were just the way it is. And I will do several videos on those, for all those products. So keep watching, and then you will see several wonderful videos. Now continue like this. If you make a little mistake, it's okay, it will not show, because it's really gets to be so pretty at the end. That little mistake, you cannot really tell the difference. So don't worry about little mistake. Now this shouldn't take very long. It just in the matter of less than 30 minutes. Now when you put this glitter glue for this sequins or the beads, do not put too much, but at the same time don't put too little, because if you do put too little, they will fall off, they won't be permanent. And I made some things and I didn't put enough and they did fall off. So now you see this looks so lovely. Like this you will continue and you make 3 of these, and once you're done with that, then what you do is you lay this one down, and this is made from a fabric. You fold the fabric 2 folds, and now you lay this one down, and then you have a bangle, used bangle that you don't wear anymore, and then you take your needle and thread and stitch this thing from this point, stitch it tight. The bangle is for hanging in the wall, and since this is black and gold and you have a golden bangle, and that would really look nice. So you go on and stitch. Okay, so that's done. Now these you lay them down like this, 1, 2, 3, all 3 of them you decorate, and whatever leftover fabric at the bottom, you fold it and put it in the underneath one, the last one, and you decide your length, what length, but don't make it too long, just make it so that it will look really pretty. So you decorate 2 of these, I did 1 and 2 of these, and you stitch this one over here very tight, and there you have it yourself, a beautiful wall decor which costs really very little money. I mean, you can do it from whatever you have left over in your home. Now these has to be laying flat for next 3 to 4 hours. Okay, for the last part, this one, you can choose to do it or you could choose not to do it, skip it, but I put this kind of necklace. You cut it and then measure it, and then you stitch it here with your needle and thread. So once it's dry, you stitch it. Do not stitch it when the decoration is there. So all you do is stitch it here. You can go from underneath, do not stitch it on top, do it from underneath. So there you have it yourself, a beautiful wall decoration. So again, this is Melody from Home Garden and Fashion. Please subscribe, like and comment. Thank you. Bye bye.